Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Movie Social. I'm your host, Ricky. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a spoiler review of the Netflix series How to Sell Drugs Online Fast. Yes, fast. And this is going to be a review of season 2. So, if you haven't watched the first season, definitely stop this and watch the first season now, and then watch the second season, then come back and watch this. Alright, so if you guys like the channel and you like what we're talking about, you like reviews, movies, TV shows, anime, and games, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, turn on those post notifications, and share the channel with your friends and everyone else. And without further ado, review of How to Sell Drugs Online Fast Season 2. So, for those who have not watched the show, it's basically, as the title says, How to Sell Drugs Online Fast. So the way Netflix has it, it's a flashback kind of storytelling series where the main character and a few of the other supporting characters are telling the story of what happened. And so the main character is Moritz, who's basically the brains of the operation, and partially, I would say. And then his best friend Lenny is more of the tech brains of the operation. And then you have Daniel, who's not the brains, but the charmer. He's the extra piece for it. So in season 2, Lenny finally meets his new online girlfriend, who turns out to be just as good as Lenny, if not better, at coding and all. And it also, in season 2, puts a strain on their friendship because, of course, Moritz does want to be in charge. He has that kind of complex where he has to be the one in charge making all the decisions. He thinks he's the smartest one. I don't understand that, but it's him. And then you also have Daniel, who has joined the fold because, in a way, they were forced to, as you guys seen in the season 1. But also, it brought in some more characters, and it also showed more of Moritz and Lisa's relationship. At one point, Lisa moves in with them, and he has yet to tell her about them being the big online drug lords. I guess that's what you want to call them. But yeah, he didn't tell him that he's M. What was it? 1,000, 4,100, whatever. The creator of My Drugs, which is kind of hard for him to balance the two because he's trying to hide the drugs, which at one point he was storing in his room. Eventually moved it to his garage, which I might say the garage wasn't a bad idea, the way they had it set up. And at the same time, Lenny is just basically telling his girlfriend everything. And it became a bad problem once it got out to Moritz that it happened, that he told her it all. It almost ruined Lenny's relationship with the girl because Moritz, like always, went and started meddling in their relationship just to find out what she knew, and really caused everything to go to hell for a while. But the big thing was, in this one, there were two aspects of it, yet again. The people that they were getting the drugs from to sell, Lenny and Daniel wanted out of it all. And Moritz, of course, once again, lied and basically said that they were going to kill them if they got out. And so kept them going, selling the drugs, trying to find a way to have a fake business to launder the money, which they eventually did, and it wound up starting to send the money from Bitcoin, converting it to actual spendable cash by using Daniel's mom's bank by opening an account there, which might not have been so good. We have to wait to see if they do a season 3 and divulge further into that. But it gets to the point where Moritz actually tells the truth to Lenny and Daniel, and they kick him out of the company. They disavow him from their friendship, and it really didn't sit too well with Moritz. At the same time, Lisa is kind of finds out about it. His dad, who brought home a retired drug dog, finds weed in his room. Luckily, the dog didn't find anything else. But he has this whole spew, gives him a lecture and all that. But that basically becomes the cover for his dad of why he's been acting so strange. But Lisa didn't buy it. She eventually finds out that he is the creator for My Drugs. Tries to get him to stop. But the rift between Lenny and him became the problem that drove him to take the offer from the people that were supplying the drugs for him to set up an office there and run it himself. No Lenny, no Daniel, cut them out of it. He actually takes them up on the offer, gets the office there, manages to get the company back from Lenny and Daniel and lock them out of it. But while there, of course, they threw a big party or whatever for everybody that was working there. One of the people that he's been associating with there for a while has had a few conversations with, basically saying that's her last day. And they get to chat and go into a private area. He tests one of the drugs. She makes it. But goes off to the bathroom. One of the three owners of the drug business building, whatever you want to really call it, kills her. Throws off over the balcony. She doesn't die there. Moritz actually witnesses it all, hides. He shoots the girl in the head and then drives Moritz home, all the way back home. What an awkward ride that was. But then Moritz realizes, yeah, if they really do leave the company and try to put it into My Drugs, they would be killed. And so he tries to warn Lenny and Daniel. Of course, they don't believe him. But then he asks the family that they were, I'm going to put it in the way that Moritz tries to describe it, the supposed Albanian drug group who originally they were getting the drugs from, and then one of the members wound up killing themselves due to Lenny's 3D printed gun in season 1, yeah. But he manages to get them to protect Lenny and Daniel, which, might I add, was right on time because they almost became executed and they would have had no clue. But at the same time, Lenny's girlfriend is telling Lenny to create a copy of My Drugs, which I'm not going to go into the whole part of Lenny that hates copycats. But yeah, eventually he agrees with it all and shuts down My Drugs because they for some reason used the Star Wars reference and had a kill switch in the site, and so Lenny activates the kill switch and it shuts down the site. Bam. The season is over at that point. I know. I hated that part too. So, my takeaways from this season. It was still entertaining. It grew in a dynamic. It made me still hate Moritz a lot more just because of the way he acts. And it made me not like Lenny just a little bit just because of the way he acted towards the end. But it's explainable for his actions. But I'm hoping that it does get renewed for season 3 and that they go deeper into the whole part of how he got caught completely and everything else that happened. Have to wait to see. I don't know. What do you guys think about the show Selling Drugs Online Fast? Don't get any ideas, by the way. But let me know in the comments below, what did you think of season 2 for the show? And do you guys hope it gets to season 3 at all? Till next time.